Now we have certain questions over here. We are starting with the unit 2. The question number 1 goes like this. You need 50,000. Now you need, so this is all about the future. The future value is given as 50,000 for your college fees after 3 years. How much you will invest today if the rate of interest is 8%. Now if you have read the question properly, the future value is given as 50,000 because we need this money in a future. Then the number of years are given 3 years and rate is given as 8%. So basically what we are supposed to calculate over here is the present value of 50,000. ये 50,000 की प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कितनी है वो हम लोग को कैलकुलेट करनी है. नाउ फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन काइंडली इग्नोर द माइनस क्या बोलते हैं सिंबल ओवर हियर. ठीक है, ये सिंबल आपको कम्प्लीटली इग्नोर करना है. ये 50,000 की जो 3 साल बाद जो वैल्यू है वो कितनी है. करंटली इट इज़ द वैल्यू इज़ 39,000. नाउ the formula which we are going to apply for this particular sum is what your present value. ठीक है, we are going to calculate the present value of particular sum. Now to calculate a present value by formula method, we have present value, the formula like this. Present value then is equal to for formula method I am saying. So we have present value is equal to future value divided by in bracket 1 plus r bracket complete की power n. Power में we should write the n. This formula we have written in your book. Now if you want to calculate this particular sum by Excel method, we have the formula which will go like this, is equal to present value in bracket, the syntax is mentioned, what they have mentioned, the rate is mentioned over here, right? You should click the cell where the numbers are written. ठीक है, so click this again, comma, NPR is total number of the payment period, how much they are, 3, comma, PMT is payment made each period, mention it as 0, comma, the future value is already mentioned over here, again comma, and type at the beginning or at the end of period, mention again 0, bracket complete. You will get the value as 39,691.61. the value which is 50,000 after the 3 years. The current value of 50,000 is what here, 39,000. so this is a present value sum. Then let's go for the next sum. Your client needs, again they have used the word needs, so the future value is mentioned over here, kitni hai wo, 10 lakhs for the surgery of the mother. Now the number period is mentioned, n is how much, 2 years we have written over here. How much you will advise him to invest today at 7% rate of interest. The ROI rate of return is how much, 7%. so we need to calculate ये 10,000 की वैल्यू करंटली कितनी है. ठीक है, now again we are going to use the formula what, present value. so present value formula goes like this, is equal to present value in bracket, what the syntax is here, the rate is 7%, comma, NPR is nothing but what, total number of payment period. Then we have 2, comma, PMT is payment made each period, we don't know about this, 0. Next, future value it is, we are aware, right, it is how much, 10,000. now the end and beginning period we will keep it as 0. Done. Now we need to press enter. Now we will get the value of this 10 lakhs we will get the current value of this 10 lakhs. let's see, let's enter it, right? so ये 10 लाख की वैल्यू जो करंटली वो है कितनी है, 8 5,73,438. Kindly ignore, again I am saying, kindly ignore this minus ka figure. Done. Now we have the third question, which is bit big. Your father seeks to help from you. He wants to calculate. He wants you to calculate and tell him what will be the amount to invest today for your sister's marriage. He estimated around 30,000. Now the marriage expenses are estimated, estimation is given is 30 lakhs. The expenses after the 7 years from now. Now the period is mentioned as how much? 7 years, right? But he knows that due to the inflation, the budgeted expenses may go high by 10%. Now the inflation rate is given is how much? 10,000. So till date we are aware marriage expenses current estimation is given, right? The inflation rate we are aware 10%, and the period is mentioned as 7 years. Done. If the prevailing rate of interest, the rate of return or rate of interest is mentioned as 7%, how much he needs to इन्वेस्ट, बेसिकली कितना उनको अभी इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए वो हम लोगों को कैलकुलेट करना है. एंड नाउ टू कैलकुलेट दिस वी हैव द फॉर्मूला ऑफ प्रेजेंट वैल्यू, बट द फॉर्मूला विल बिट चेंज ओवर हियर. ठीक है. अगेन अगर हम लोग जा रहे हैं ये मेथड से, कौन सी अपनी एक्सेल वाली मेथड से, फॉर्मूला मेथड से, वी हैव दिस थिंग. एंड इफ़ वी आर गोइंग विद द फॉर्मूला मेथड वी हैव दिस. Again, the future value adjusted against the inflation. To calculate this, we have 30,000 as a marriage expenses and the inflation rate is given. Now this inflation rate we are going to convert into 10% है, तो 100 plus 10% will be 110%. Done. Now to calculate this future value adjusted against the inflation, we have this formula is equal to this value into this. You will get how much? Wait. This value as 3,30,000 into 110. Do not take percentage over here. 110. Done. Accordingly you will get the value over here. Now to calculate the present value, again we have the same formula is equal to present value in bracket the rate is mentioned, this rate we are supposed to take, not the inflation rate, comma NPR is how much? 7 years, comma PMT it will be 0, comma the expenses are 30,000. Now we are not supposed to take this value, we should take this value according to the inflation rate, and comma again the type as 0. You will get the same value. Again over here, because of the inflation rate, the future adjusted value will get changed. So we are not supposed to take the 30,000, we should take how much? 33 lakhs. We are not supposed to take 30 lakhs, we should take 33 lakhs. Okay. Now let's move for the next question. Next and last question goes like this. Your friend is planning to start a business in 5 years. The number is mentioned, years are mentioned, the period is mentioned, how much it is? 5 years. And estimate that the initial investment needed will be rupees 20 lakhs. Investment which we are needing, we are in the need is how much? 20 lakhs. Considering the inflation rate is 6%, कितना है inflation rate? 6%. Now 6% will be how much? 100 plus 6, right, is equal to 106 and we have written over here 106. Now we are going to calculate according to the inflation the future value adjusted for the inflation rate. Done. Now considering the inflation rate as 6% annually and extended rate of return of the investment at 8% per annum, the rate is how much? 8%. How much he should invest today to meet the future investment need? So basically again over here for this particular sum we are going to calculate the present value. हम लोगों को क्या calculate करना है? Present value. How we are supposed to do? Now this value we should not take into consideration as a future value. We should take this value into the consideration for the future value. So basically our sum will start from the solution. This is a basic solution for this. Done. So let's go like this. पहले से ही तुम लोगों को ये वैल्यू मिल गई है. द इन्फ्लेशन रेट इज़ 6%, सो 100 + 6 विल बी 106. ठीक है. सो द फ्यूचर वैल्यू विल बी नॉट द 20 lakhs, it will be 21 lakhs. Done. Just for a second, let me see, is equal to this into this, so it is coming to 21 lakhs 20, no, गलत आ रहा है. Now it is coming